Hey guys, welcome back to another custom ROM review for Samsung Galaxy S8. So this time we have EOS based on Android 14. So EOS is actually focused on privacy. So it has no Google application or Google apps. So as you can see here, pretty much similar to vanilla version of Android. So Android 14, the EOS version is 2.6.3 and the security patch level is from 1st December 2024, pretty old build, but this is the latest build for this device. And it does come with microG, but here on this build, microG is actually not working. As you can see here, microG is available. I did try to log in, but it didn't work, so microG is not working here. As far as UI goes, it is pretty much similar to Lineage OS, so you don't really get much features here. So the control panel is similar to all other USB based ROM. And here we do get updater. There is no update available right now. Account. As I said, I cannot log into my Gmail account. In terms of network connectivity, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, hotspot, everything working. As you can see here, no issue. Obviously, BoLTE and Wi-Fi don't really work on any custom ROM. And Bluetooth and NFC available here, but no quick share. In the app section, we don't really get much feature here. As you can see, no app lock, clone apps or anything like that. Notification. These functions are pretty similar to all other USB based ROM. Nothing new there. Battery. So the battery backup is quite good. It could be because of not having Google application. So could be that. And fast charging is also working. So no issue at all. But we don't really get any kind of features here like scheduling, limiting, all those features are not available. Storage. So as it is a vanilla version of Android, it does not really take much storage. It will take around 10 GB of storage. Sound and vibration working well. And we do get Dolby Atmos option, but no per app volume control. In the display section, adaptive brightness is available and it is working. Dark theme, night light, usual things are available, and double tap to sleep and double tap to work available. So, but as you can see here, double tap to sleep is not working, but sometimes it does work. But if I double tap to work is working. Let's try again, double tap to sleep. So double tap to sleep is not working, but you can evoke the display by pressing the 3D home button. That is working. And in the lock screen section, we do get few options here, and ambient display, you can turn it on. It is working. So always on display as usual, available. Wallpaper and style. So we don't really get any clock option here. The only clock option we are getting is this one, and we can change the color and size. That's it. And here we do get few options to change the shortcut of lock screen and few other things available here. In the home screen section, we get app grid, icon, font and shape. So you can change them. And in the wallpaper section, we don't really get any AI or emoji workshop, but default wallpapers are pretty good. Accessibility option is available. Security and privacy. So as usual, iris scanner doesn't work on a custom ROM, but the fingerprint scanner is working, so no issue. As it's working perfectly fine and pretty fast, so no issue in terms of fingerprint. There is no face unlock, but you do get pattern, pin and other options as usual. And in the more security and privacy option, here we get SIM lock and few other things, but no device admin or app lock option. And here we do get few other options which are unique to this custom ROM. So like advanced privacy. So as you can see here, blocked or few other things here, and it can tracks. So here are the information about the application. And we do get parental control also. Location is kind of working, not really that good. safety and emergency. And the system setting, we do get few customization option in the button section. We can do few things. In the status bar section, we get quick pull down, network traffic, system icon, clock position, you can put it in the middle, and battery icon. So these things are available, not much. And as I said, macro G is not working. So these are the things you are getting in the setting panel, nothing much. And in terms of application, we don't really get any kind of Google application here. The app store we are getting here is app launch, which is working, but you need to log in your Gmail account to download any application from this application. So as you can see here, most of the applications are available. YouTube and everything you can download directly from here. And there is a built-in maps application, which is not Google Maps. So it does not really work that well. As you can see here, if I try, it will say no location, and if I turn it on, the location is on right now, but it is not working. So the map is not really that good. And we do get gallery application, music application, and I have installed YouTube here. YouTube is going to work, but you cannot log in to your account. So we try to sign in. It will go through the signing process, but eventually it will fail. But you can search and watch videos. So if I search my ID right now, so it will show. So you can watch YouTube videos. ChatGPT is not going to work because safety net is not available. As you can see here, not going to work. And the camera application is available, which is not really a GCam Go. It does work well, but sometimes it will reboot the device automatically. So we do get few options here. So you can take picture and record videos. So it is working well, but as I said, sometime it will reboot the device. And on the home screen, if you swipe right, you will get these options as usual we found in the setting panel. And you can press and hold, nothing happen. So you cannot put any widget or anything like that here. Pretty basic ROM. So lastly, in terms of gaming, so I did try Call of Duty here, and this is one of the best ROM I have ever tried, which actually surpassed my expectation. So the gaming performance of this ROM is top notch. It's really good actually. It could be because of not having Google application, because Google application usually takes a lot of resources and it takes a lot of RAM. Maybe because of that, it is doing pretty well in terms of gaming. Maybe from a vanilla version of Android, you will get similar type of performance. But as far as gaming performance goes, this is a pretty good ROM. Overall, the ROM is actually pretty smooth. As I said, it is working pretty well, no issue at all. Phone call is also working, but no VoLTE support or Wi-Fi support. So those things are not available here. But overall, this is a pretty good ROM and it is a privacy focused ROM. So if you're looking for that type of features, you can go with this ROM. I think it's better to go with vanilla version of Android. It will be much more stable and usable than this ROM. Anyway, if anyone wants to try this ROM, the ROM link will be in the description below. That's all about it. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.